And welcome back. You know, on November the 12th, an empowering event on vegan eating is going to take place. And joining us for a closer look, we have author, educator, speaker, and health coach, June Roca is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. June
My
Roca
pleasure.
is rocking on BronxNet.
Thank you.
Tell us about some of the things that you do.
I am a health coach, but before being a health coach, I was diagnosed of cancer, and I got through it without chemotherapy and radiation. So that death experience, I transformed into life experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a major scare for you upon finding out that you were
Yes.
a cancer patient.
But what's very interesting is what I found out, and that is words can limit our expression with regards to food, and it can also expand our expression. And that death experience was really me limiting my expression to certain diets that I went through because of fear. And then the life experience that I'm introducing now is about the expansion of words. So we're going to talk about words in this.
So words are very, very important. You got to make sure you're talking more about the positive
Right.
words, because if you use negative terms and negative words, you have a negative expression. Is that what you're saying? Sort of.
Positive in itself is limiting too, because you're just staying in this side of the equation, and negative is staying on this side of the equation. So you're limited.
You need a balance.
But you open the door for you to be able to express, and with it comes the movement that I will introduce later on. It's the dance part of it, the art and the music part of it, which is one of the things I will introduce in this event. With food, music, art, and dance, I mean, you can't lose, can you?
Wonderful expressions. What's going to happen at this event? What date is that? That's the 12th,
That's
right?
the 12th, November the 12th, and it will be at 228 125th Street in Harlem.
All right, in Harlem. And then what's going to happen? We're going to come there, we're going to learn about all the wonderful expressions that you're talking about.
Yes, it's online, and what I'm going to do there is introduce the problems of the limitation in our expression with regards to words that we speak, and how we can actually pave the door or the way or the path to and through understanding and expanding words like vegan, paleo, vegetarian, and all these different words can be expanded to actually embrace and see humans, plants, and animals as one.
Okay. So upon finding out that you were a cancer patient, how did you know that this is the direction that you wanted to take? The self-expression in the foods and all of the things.
I didn't know. And as I was fearing death and didn't know what to do, whether I'm going to live or die, I told myself, if I die, and I don't know what's in there, but what I can do right now is actually express myself and maybe look at my words, my fears, and that's what I did. And what happened was, I realized that those fears are just fears that I made up, and that through expanding words, I can actually release these fears and then birth myself to life. And I am here.
A new birth.
Yes, a new birth.
What would you tell other people who are experiencing the finding out that they have a cancer or a degenerative disease?
Very interesting question. And my answer is equally interesting, because I will tell them that they have to work with words. Because see, food is what? Food is something that you use for nourishment.
Yes.
Guess what we use food for nowadays? It's nothing.
We use food for taste a lot.
Yeah,
right now.
So, but
Oh, that tastes good. Let me have some more of that. But
Taste-
not necessarily good for you.
and taste has its own expression. So, with entertaining ourselves with food, we can actually expand that rather than to just, you know, eat so much and make ourselves, you know, like our body suffers when we do that, and we're unconscious or unaware of what we're actually eating.
But it tastes good.
But it tastes good. So then I looked at what can we do with taste, but taste can actually be a form of entertainment. So why don't we become aware of the taste of the food and enjoy that and everything that's in there? Because if you don't and you're enjoying this thing that's out there, you're not actually aware of the food. You know, so your entertainment is very limited.
Yeah. Would you say everything in moderation?
That
No, you can
limits-
taste some of this. Like you were mentioning about your expressions. You know, you have to look at the good words and the bad words and create a harmony so you can dance.
That's that question. You see, moderation. That word, we have to clear that up. And in my event, I will answer those questions so
Okay.
that it will be very clear.
All right. And do you have any overeating tips? What should we do? Holidays are here.
Yes.
Thanksgiving, you know, we're gonna, you know, Christmas,
Yeah.
big spoon and forkfuls.
Yeah. For me, Christmas is about gratitude. So let's look at the food we eat and be grateful that they are here to actually nourish us, and remind ourselves that entertainment can be can be expanded in a way. You know, being aware of the chicken, how it's being grown.
Yeah.
You know, and things like that. But there are really very interesting tips that is behind this event.
Where can we go for more information?
Oh, I can be contacted at my website, www.juneroca.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also email me, juneequals@gmail.com.
All right. JuneRoca.com. June, like the month, and ROCA.
Yes.
Roca is rocking. Gene Roca rocking on BronxNet. Thank you so much for coming, okay?
Thank you.
And we'll see you there, November 12th.
November 12th, and we're going to birth life on earth.
There you go. All right, we got to take a quick break right here, but we'll be right back with more Open Next. But first, RAIN organization celebrated an important milestone in the Bronx. Let's take a look.